Hi everyone. Your name is Sushant. Hi Sushant, good evening. Okay, so before I start, let me introduce myself. So today anyway, I'll be discussing some of these structured questions on pollination and fertilization. Okay, so before that, let me introduce myself. I'm Vani Kari, biology educator at Unacademy. I'm an engineer with bachelor's and master's degree in biotechnology and a B.Ed degree. Also a founder of a startup where I grow microgreens by vertical farming technology. So join with us in Telegram for homework and class notes. You can join the channel Vani Kari ICSE class 9 and 10 biology and the Telegram channel of Unacademy ICSE and ISE both. So this link you can find in the description box. So go to the description box and find the link there and join the channel, and also you can find the special class links in the description box. So this is about special class link. So these classes which are conducted on an academy platform are free classes. All you have to do is download the Unacademy Learners app and start using this app. So basically different educators are there and you will have access to their free courses which are run by them. Okay, so it can be a discussion on topic, or maybe there is a IPL series might be going on, or maybe a discussion series, a practice quiz, or structured question discussion might be going on. So basically, you will have access to all of this. All you need to do is go to a Google Play Store and download the Unacademy Learners app, put in your details and start taking up the sessions from different educators. So engage with educators via poll. So basically the quiz will be conducted, so you will have access to these quizzes. So once the quiz is done, we'll be sharing the leaderboard, and you can know your rank and compete with your friends as well. So there is a question tab. Okay, so in this, using this question tab, you have an option to type in your question. You even have an option to attach an image and send it to the educator during a live session, so you can clear your doubts during the live session itself. So now for the top special classes, you can visit the link in the description. So in description you will find the link for the community, you will find the link for Bucks Bounty, you will find the top class links, and also in in description, so you will find the link of the Unacademy ICSE and ISE both Telegram channel. Okay, and here the special class which I was mentioning, here certain percentage of topics will be covered, whereas in case of Unacademy subscription feature, so that is basically the plus classes, here you will be getting 100% syllabus coverage. Okay, so you can learn live from the comfort of your home. Unlimited access to all the courses will be there. So like different educators will come up with different courses, so you will have access to all the courses once you take the subscription. And then top educators of India are going to take the classes in one platform, so that is Unacademy platform. There is a regular doubt clearing session that will be done, so that is after about every 3 session. The fourth session will be a doubt clearing session. So whatever doubts you have related to the topics that are previously covered, so you can clear your doubt in the doubt clearing session. So let's say there is no doubt, so here the practice can also be done, like in the form of poll, or maybe a discussion session can be done where a question answer discussion can be conducted. So this is also called as a answer writing session as well. So here you will have access to all of this, and with that mentorship and guidance is provided. The study material is also provided, so we'll be uploading a PDF, so you have an option to download that PDF once you take the subscription. So basically you can download the notes that is in the form of a PDF itself. So and also there is a practice test which will be conducted, live test series are conducted, the batch courses will also be there. Okay, along with that there is a daily practice section weekly mock test series. So right now we have a mock test series, so that is scholar test series is going on. So you can take up the test, and if you have any doubt in the test, so basically analysis will also be conducted. So you can take up the analysis of those test series as well. So you can clear your doubt in the analysis session as well. So, and there is a live quiz, daily MCQ and subjective test series are conducted. So you will have access to all of this once you take the subscription. Is that clear? So now this is about the Unacademy plus subscription pricing. So if you are taking a subscription for a complete class 9, so let's say this is since this is a very beginning of your academic year, since this is a June month, so I usually recommend students to go with a 12 months of subscription. Okay, so this is for 12 months, and here you can basically, if you are subscribing for class 9, so you will be getting class 10, class 11 and class 12 subscription absolutely free along with this. Okay, and this is my referral code VANIYT. So with this referral code you will be getting a 10% discount also on the subscription. So here is the gift box, so there you need to apply the code VANIYT to get 10% discount on the subscription. Okay, so if you just want to try like how exactly this works, you can even try with 3 months or maybe 6 months. So this is your choice, and if you have well planned, so maybe you can even go for the higher months like 18, 24 months also. So this is completely your choice. All right. Okay, so let's have a look at the questions. Okay, and these questions, so some of the questions I have taken from Diksha publication, and some of them I have taken from the Oswal. Okay, so from Oswal publication as well as Diksha publication, so these MCQs are taken. All right, so let's get started. So here in the form of MCQ I'm giving this, or otherwise basically we can just have a discussion session also, like what exactly are these parts. But anyway, this is more of a structured question, so all the structures are given, that is diagram based questions. So diagrams will be given and you need to choose the right option in that. Okay, so let's see this. All right, so identify A to G. So this is A and here is B. This one is C. Okay, and you can see this is D and here is E. Okay, then you can see F is here and this is G. Okay, so now if based on this, identify A to G in the following figure and answer accordingly. So now what is the answer? So C is the correct answer. Let me just check. So A is ovary, yes, that's right. B is the sepal, that's right, very good. So C is filament, D is petal, E is anther, F is stigma, yes, absolutely. G is style, very good. So this is the answer. Okay, so that means the perfect labeling is done and the respective options are given, so you need to go with the right one. So this is C is the right answer. So moving on to next one, so identify A to D. Okay, so I think this picture is visible. Is this visible clearly? Just a second. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So identify A to D. I think this is fine. It is visible. Yeah. So identify A to D in the following diagram. So A is given here. So this one is B and this is C and this is D. So basically the C labeling they have done for these kind of structures. So these are C here. Okay, and inside that the tiny structures what are given, so those are labeled as D there. Okay, and let's have a look at this. So okay, what is the answer? So D is the correct answer. So let me just check. Yeah, So A is filament, that is stalk, all right. B is line of dehiscence. So this is the line of dehiscence because through this line itself all the pollen grains which are mature, so they are going to get dehisced, that is through this line. So that is why it is line of dehiscence, that's right. So C is pollen sac. So these are pollen sac where you can see the pollen grains are being synthesized and maturation occurs there. So this is a pollen sac and D is a pollen grain. Yes, that's right. Right. Alright, so moving on to the next one. Identify A and B in the diagram given below. So A is this one and this is B. This is very simple question, right? So A is pistil, B is stamen. A is stamen, B is stigma. A is anther, B is filament. A is stamen and B is pistil. So what is the answer for this? You can just type in the option which is given there. No idea. So what is this structure? So this one is a bilobed anther it is. Okay, so this one is anyway it is bilobed anther. The other part is yes. So this is the answer. So C is the answer. So that is B is filament over here. One second. So this one is filament. Okay, so moving on to next one, identify the various parts. So that is A to C. So A is mentioned over here, so this part is A, and B is mentioned over here, so this is the labeling for B, and this is C. Okay, so identify the parts A to C in the given diagram below. A is embryo sac, B is inner integument, C is outer integument. A is inner integument, B is nucellus, C is chalaza, A is hilum, B is funicle, C is embryo sac, and the other one A is micropylar end, B is hilum, and C is inner integument. What is the answer for this? So this one, anatropous ovule, if we just draw. So this, let's say this is the inverted ovule. So this is the structure that is given there. So integuments are shown. So here also there is an integument as such. Now what exactly they have labeled is, one second. One second. Yeah. So what exactly there is a label done is this one, this junction, what is that? So what is this? So this is labeled as A, this is labeled as B, and here they have drawn a structure. So this is labeled as C. So what exactly it is? It is D, micropylar and hilum inner integument. Okay, so I'll just explain this. C is the answer for this. That is this junction what you see where the ovule is attached to the stalk. So this junction is basically called as a hilum. Okay. So this one is a hilum, the stalk of the ovule which is there. So this is the stalk of the ovule, and the stalk of the ovule is called as what? This is called as a funicle. So this one is a funicle now, and inside this one is anyway integument. So these are anyway going to cover this way completely like this. Okay, and this part what you see, so this is anyway micropylar end, this is micropylar. So this side it is a chalaza end, and this is embryo sac, because here you can see there are antipodal cell, there is a polar nuclei, and here you can see the synergid and a egg cell. So this one is a embryo sac. So this is the answer. Okay, so moving on to the next one. Yes, so what is A, B and C in the given figure of an embryo sac? So there is again labeling is done. So A is given here, B is given here, so C is given here. So options are A antipodal, B polar nuclei, C is synergid, A is antipodal, B is central cell, C is egg cell. A is synergid, B is polar nuclei, C is egg cell. And then there is synergid egg cell filiform apparatus. Yes, you can type in your answer here, just the option you can write. What is this structure actually? The structure is of antipodal cell. So it is A. So yes, this is antipodal cell. That's right. B is polar nuclei. So that's right. So this is polar nuclei. And C are synergids. So these two are synergid. And here there itself back you can find the egg cell. So this is the right answer. So A antipodal, B polar nuclei, C is synergid. So moving on to next one. Alright, so in the given fertilized embryo, identify A to E. So A is mentioned here. So this is, inverted embryo sac is given here. So this one is anyway, it is a inverted one right now. Inverted embryo sac, like, previous compared to this one. So it is an inverted one is given. So after the fertilization occurs, okay, so this is in the given fertilized embryo. So what exactly changes that are gonna occur? So A, B, C, D and E are mentioned. I hope, do you see the options there? Can you see these options? So options are like this. And I'll just show you the diagram. 1 second. So just have a look at the diagram and you can just after fertilization what changes occur, so that you can have a look at. So I'll just skip this. So which option is right here? So this is in a given fertilized embryo sac. Okay, so this is after the fertilization. So what exactly happens? So there is a degenerating antipodal cells are there. Okay, so degenerating synergids are there. Zygote is being formed. Now this is basically, this whole thing is actually the central cell. Okay, so after fertilization, the central cell is called as a primary endosperm cell, and the triple fusion occurs here, and this one we call as a primary endosperm nucleus. So this is PEC, this is PEN, this one is zygote, and degenerating synergids you can see. So these are the degenerating synergid, and this one is a degenerating antipodal cell. So degenerating synergid, zygote, primary endosperm cell, primary endosperm nucleus, and a degenerating antipodal cell. So this is the right answer. Okay, maybe this question was not clearly visible there. Was this visible, Sushant? Maybe it is not that clear. Okay, so moving on to next one. Alright. So read the following text and answer the following question that is on the basis of the same. So study the given diagram and answer any of the 4 questions that are given below here. So here you can see the labeling is done. So this is again a anatropous ovule itself. So this question anyway I won't ask, because anatropous, orthotropous and all you don't have at this level. So I'll just scratch this off. Next there are questions that I'll ask. Okay. So this is anyway chalaza, and here the labeling C is done, and This is labeled as B and this one is labeled as A. Okay, so A is the stalk of the ovule and this is called hilum, pedicel, chalazal pole, funicle. So what is the right answer for this? The stalk of the ovule. This was there anyway in the previous one. The stalk of the ovule is called as what? So A here which is given, so A is the stalk of the ovule. So that means it is a funicle. Okay, so funicle is the answer for this one as this is the stalk of the ovule. Okay, so now junction of attachment of funicle with the body of ovule, that is at B is, so there is funicle, hilum, nucellus and chalazal pore. So let's say this is an anatropous ovule which is nothing but an inverted ovule. So let's say this is the ovule. So now it is inverted like this. So inverted ovule when we mention, so you can see basically the inversion with respect to the ovule body formation. So let's see, this is the structure that we can draw for an inverted ovule. Okay, and here you can see this particular integument. So this is the outer integument, then there is a inner integument. So now you see this junction here, right? So this is basically where the ovule is attached. So this junction where the stalk and the ovule are attached, so this is called as a hilum. Okay, so now what is the question? The junction of attachment of funicle, that is with the body of ovule. So this is the body of the ovule and attachment of the stalk is done here. So this junction is called as a hilum and the stalk of the ovule which is there, so this is called as the funicle. Okay, and here what you see, so this one is the micropylar opening. So this one is the micropyle and here inside you can find the embryo sac there. So this embryo sac, this side it is basically a chalazal end. Okay, so this side it is a chalaza end and anyway this is a embryo sac. So here the answer for this one is hilum. Alright, so moving on to next one. The tegment develops from the part labeled C. So that is in the figure is called. So I'll just show you this diagram. So part labeled C is mentioned there. Okay, so what exactly? So there is a tegment formation. So tegment from where it is being formed. No idea? Where exactly tegment forms? Like after fertilization. So tegment formation will occur from what? So this is a question. So question is tegment develops from the part labeled C. Okay, so that is in the figure. So what is testa and tegment? Testa when we mention, so this is basically the outer covering. So testa and tegment are the part of the seed coat. So this is basically a seed coat. Now the testa is formed from the outer integument. Okay, and the tegmen is formed from the inner integument. So here the answer for the tegmen is inner integument is forming what? Inner integument is forming the tegmen, the outer integument is forming the testa. So both of them together it is a seed coat. So this is the answer. Alright, so moving on to next one. So read the following text and answer the following question that is on the basis of the same. So here the given question is gynoecium. So this is the female reproductive part of the flower. Alright, because the collective term is a gynoecium which can even be called as a carpel or a pistil. Now it may consist of a single or more than one pistil might be there. Okay, so it can be basically free, or you can see that might be fused as well. So now each pistil has three parts. So that is stigma is there, style, and then the ovary. Now ovary has the ovarian cavity, which has one or many chambers. So you can see one chamber or many chambers there, so which can even be called as a locule. And the placenta is located inside the ovarian cavity. So what exactly is that? Now you know anatropous ovule when we mention. So here you can see there is a ovule that is being formed, and you know this is the integument that you can see. So there is a placenta. So this point of attachment with the ovary there, so this is a placenta, a tissue where you can see the stalk is holding on to that funicle. Okay, so megasporangia are the ovules, so these arise from the placenta. In which of the following plants the number of ovules in an ovary is 1? So this is the question. Okay, so this is the question. What is the answer for this one? No idea. So you can see that which of the following plants. So let's take, you don't know anything about orchid, but you at least have would have seen watermelon and the number of seed. The papaya you might have seen and the number of seed, and the mango you might have seen and the number of seeds. So let's say you have not seen an orchid at all. So in any of these cases, the in which of the following plants the number of ovules in an ovary is 1? Yes, that's right. So you are in grade 8. So Atharva it is. Okay, that's right. So it is mango, because you can see one huge seed, like you know, one big seed that is there in the mango fruit, and basically the fruit is the ovary, and that seed which you find inside, so that is the ovule. So that means only one ovule which is found is the mango. Moving on to next question. Which among the following cell is binucleate in an embryo sac? So antipodal cell, central cell, synergid, female gamete. So which is binucleate? Any idea? So here this is the embryo sac. So you can find three of the nuclei here, three of the nuclei here. So you can find there is a egg cell, there is a synergid as such, and this one is basically the antipodal cell. Okay, now what exactly is asked? Which is the one with the binucleate structure? And this one is the central cell that you can see. So this is the structure of the embryo sac. So now which cell is having a binucleate structure? So option A antipodal, option B is central cell, option C is synergid, and D is female gamete. No idea on this? So this is basically, one second. Yeah, so this is basically the central cell. So this central cell, what you see, now this part, okay, so this whole part what you see, so this is considered to be a central cell. Okay, so all of this part is a part of a central cell itself. So now this central cell is a huge cell, and this is having two of the nuclei, so that is a polar nuclei. So the answer is this one, that is central cell. Okay, so this is the right answer. Moving on to next one. A flower with both androecium and gynoecium. So these are called as bisexual flower, anther, unisexual flower, androgynous. So you know the answer for this? Atharva knows the answer for this. It is for anyway grade 8, you would have an idea. So grade 9 actually, they are studying about embryo sac and other things. So grade 8 there is this and all is not there. But still you can answer this question, I feel. No idea on this? Which is like, flower is having a male reproductive part also. That is this part what you see. So this one is the male reproductive part, that is androecium, and the gynoecium is there. So this is a female reproductive part. So that means both androecium and gynoecium are present. So this one is a bisexual flower. Yes, that's right. So Sushant is here. Okay. Moving on to next one. So study the given figure of embryo sac, that is in case of angiosperm, and answer the questions that follow. So here the embryo sac is given. This is a structure of an embryo sac. So you can see there are antipodal cells over here. These are synergids over here, and there is a egg cell over there. So this one is the nuclei, that is polar nuclei that you can find. So now embryo sac can also be called as female gamete, synergid, female gametophyte, egg of angiosperm. Which is the answer for this? Any idea about this? What do we call this embryo sac? So in my plus class I have anyway explained, and special class also I have explained. I think here on you YouTube also I have explained this. So some of the sessions which are done on the pollination as well as fertilization, so you can watch those recordings which are available here on YouTube, or maybe you can download the Unacademy Learners app, and the special classes are there, that is free classes are conducted, so you can even watch those sessions as well. So this one is anyway embryo sac when we mention. So this is a female gametophyte. So female gametophyte when we mention, so this one is a female gametophyte that contains the female gamete. So what is this female gamete now? So this female gamete is nothing but the egg. Okay, so egg is there, and that is why this is called as a female gametophyte. So female gametophyte will have a female gamete. So this one is the right answer. Alright, so moving on to next one, the arrangement of the nuclei in the normal embryo sac in the dicot. So how exactly arrangement of nuclei you can see in this one? What is the arrangement you can see? So you can just have a look at this one, and you can easily tell how exactly the nuclei are arranged in the this embryo sac, that is female gametophyte. So you can see basically here the antipodal cells are there, here the synergid along with the egg is there, and this one is basically a nuclei that you can see in the center. So what is the arrangement? So 3 plus 2 plus 3 is given, 2 plus 3 plus 3 is given, 3 plus 3 plus 2 is given, 2 plus 4 plus 2. So how exactly do you see the arrangement here? Okay, I'll explain this. So now this is embryo sac. So three nuclei here. So this is one, this is one, this is one. So three. Okay, and here you can see two of the nuclei, that is polar. So this is 3 plus 2, and here this is basically here one nuclei, here one nuclei, and here one nuclei. So it is 3 plus 2 plus 3. So as embryo sac when we draw, so here 3 of the nuclei are there, here 3 of the nuclei are there, and here 2 you can find, which is basically 3 plus 2 plus 3 arrangement of the nuclei there. Okay, so moving on to next one, the antipodal nuclei in a typical angiospermic embryo sac, which is found towards the micropylar end, and in the middle region, that is polar region, the chalazal end, and on the lateral sides. Antipodal cell, which side do you find? So whether it is towards the micropylar end, or towards the side like towards the integument, or towards the chalazal end. So which is the right answer for this one? So no idea about this? Okay, so I'll explain this. So this one is basically a chalazal end. Okay, so why exactly chalazal end? So opposite to the micropylar end, this one is a micropylar end. So opposite to that, this is a chalazal end, and chalazal end is where you see these antipodal cells. So antipodal cells or antipodal nuclei are located towards the chalazal end. So this one, what does the label part A do at the entrance? So this one anyway, it is not given for you all. So that is basically filiform apparatus. So for your class, it is anyway not this. I'll just go with the next one. Okay. So direction, read the following and answer the question from given below. So pollination is the act of transferring. Alright, so pollination is basically a act of transferring pollen grains from male anther of a flower to the female stigma. Okay, now the goal of every living organism including plant is to create offspring, that is for the next generation. Alright, so now you know one of the ways that a plant can produce offspring is by making seeds which then germinate to produce a new plants. So now two types of flowers with their pollination is seen in plants and are chasmogamy and it is clistogamy. So these are the two types. Now chasmogamous flowers have strikingly colored petals and nectar guides the nectaries in contrast to the clistogamous flowers which are minute bud-like. So now question is clistogamous flowers. I hope this is anyway readable after I have highlighted. So this one you can clearly see because you know the background is yellow there. Okay, so now clistogamous flowers are strictly autogamous because always open, always close, always fragrant and brightly colored. So what is the answer for this? Clistogamy. So what is the meaning of clisto? Clisto and gamy. So gamy is basically a marriage. Okay. So when we mention gamy, so gamy will indicate it is a marriage. Okay. So this is for a gamy. The meaning is marriage, and clisto is what basically? So this one is clisto, and there is one more term chasmo. So chasmo is what? No idea. So clisto here is nothing but closed. Okay. So closed marriage here in this case. That means this flower is never gonna open up. Okay. And as it is not gonna open up, so you can see that there is a basically the anther. I mean the anther will release a pollen grain, and that released pollen grain is basically coming in contact with the stigma there directly inside the plant because this flower never blooms. So it is a clisto. Clisto is what? Closed marriage. So that means this flower is always gonna remain closed itself. So the B is the answer. Now in case of chasmogamy, the pollination takes place in. So what exactly is chasmo now? Reverse, like you know, opposite to that of a clisto. So you can say the chasmo is present. So what exactly is chasmo? Anybody? No idea? Alright, so chasmogamy pollination takes place in open flower it is. So open flower when we mention this is always open and it is you know basically open marriage. So self pollination, that is autogamy, is also possible. Geitonogamy is also possible and also allogamy is possible. So all the cases are possible here. So now advantage of clistogamy is high genetic variability, more vigorous offspring, no dependence on pollinators, and vivipary. Just a second. Okay, so this one anyway, it is basically, you can see, 1 second. Yeah, so this one is anyway, it is no dependence on pollinators because it is a closed flower. So closed flower does not require any pollinating agents, so there is no dependence on pollinators. Okay, so even in the absence of pollinating agents, so seed setting is assured in closed flower itself. So example of closed flower is basically, you can see the Commelina is the example, Oxalis is the example, Viola is the example which can be mentioned. So here it is a Commelina. Okay, so Commelina is the right answer for this. Identify the features of the type of a flower that is given below. So here, the chasmogamous flower is mentioned and clistogamous flower is mentioned. Okay, now choose the correct conclusion drawn from this figure. So clistogamous flowers are not dependent on pollinators. Yes, that's right. Chasmogamous flowers are bisexual. Yes, that is also right. Chasmogamous flowers do not show cross pollination, which is absolutely wrong because they can show xeno or allogamy. Okay, so they can show allogamy. So what exactly is allogamy? Allo or xeno when we mention, so this is basically a stranger. Okay, so this is a stranger. Gatineau when we mention, so Gatineau meaning is, it is neighbor, so Gatineau is the neighbor. Okay, and then there is autogamy. Okay, so autogamy is basically self. So in that case, here, the since it is a open flower and it is bisexual also, and the other pollen grains can also reach there, so it is a stranger marriage, that is xenogamy is possible. So this statement goes wrong, so 1 and 2 is correct, so this is the answer. So I'll just erase this part. This, okay, I'm sorry, not that. This is the right answer, so that is 1 and 2. Okay, these are assertion reason type question. Basically, you will have to analyze this question. So they would give a particular statement and the reason have to be reason is also mentioned. So whether the reason is giving a correct explanation for the assertion that is mentioned, so that you need to have a look at. So this type of question anyway you won't have them, so I'll better, and I'll just skip this part because for class 9 anyway assertion reason questions are not there. So assertion as well as for class 10 also. So in class 12 you will have this. So any doubt, any of you? So I'll just skip this because the assertion reason type of questions are not there. So before I end this session, so I'll just say about this. But if you are having any doubt, or if you want me to just show you one question with respect to this, just for your understanding, so I can just explain you one of the question from this. So that is assertion reason question. So autogamy. So let's say they have given a particular sentence. So that is the assertion, which is autogamy. It is a transfer of pollen grain that is from anther to the stigma of the same flower on the same plant. Okay, so that is mentioned. So that is same flower, same plant. So it is a autogamy. So that means it is right. Okay, now reason what they have mentioned, so xenogamy is pollination between two flowers that is of the different plants. Okay, that is also right because xenogamy or allogamy when we mention, so pollination occurs between two flowers that is on different plants, so that means this is also right. Now you have to look at these options and give the answer accordingly. So if both assertion and reason are true and reason is the correct explanation of the assertion, so is the reason giving an explanation for the assertion? Yes, And one more thing is, if both assertion and reason are true but the reason is not the correct explanation of the assertion, assertion is true, reason is false, both assertion and reason are false. So anyway, these two goes wrong there. Okay, so we are like, here both the statements are correct. So this is also correct, this is also correct, but whatever reason that they have given, so this reason is not explaining why it is like this. So in that case, we can go ahead with both assertion and reason are true but reason is not the correct explanation for the assertion. So same type of questions are there, so you can just take up these sessions. Or if you want me to send the PDF, you can join my Telegram. Okay, or you can also join my community. So community link you can find in the description. Okay, so in description you can find the link for the community, so that I can send. Or the Telegram channel is basically Vani Kari. One second. Yeah, so Telegram channel is Vani Kari ICSE class 9 and 10 biology. Okay, so this is class 9 and 10 biology. You can just search, so you will find the channel, so you can join in there for the updates regarding the classes. And also I can send the notes, that is this PDF, because questions are there. So if you need that, you can just take it from there. Okay, so yes, you can join in my Telegram. So we have a guardians batch. So this one anyway, it is a ongoing batch. Okay, so where the start date is started on 1st of June, but yes, you have a option to watch the recordings, and there are many more sessions which are yet to go live, so you can take up the live sessions as well. So you can subscribe for class 9, and you will be getting class 10, class 11, and as well as class 12 subscription absolutely free. You will get along with all this subscription. So basically these subjects are covered, that is PCMB, physics, chemistry, maths and biology, by different educators at different timings. So you will have access to all the classes. And the mode of delivery in this batch is English. Okay, and there is a upcoming batch. So this is going to be the upcoming batch that you can see. Okay, and the upcoming batch, here you can see Avengers batch, which is again a all subject batch for ICSE class 9, and the start date is 13th of July, and the mode of delivery here is English. So this is basically, again here also, if you are subscribing for class 9, so you will be getting class 10, class 11 and class 12 subscription absolutely free. And here also PCMB are being explained. Okay, so that is physics, chemistry, maths and biology. There is an offer going on right now. So since you are in class 9, so you can take the subscription for class 9, and in the meanwhile, if you are preparing for IIT JEE and NEET Foundation and NTSE, so you will have access to both of these. So this is a combo offer which is going on, so where it is basically, this is the amount. Now the because of the combo offer, so there is a reduction in this charge, so where you will be paying 31,050, and with the referral code, that is VKIC10. Sorry, this is basically, you can use the code here, VANIYT. Okay, so this is the code that you can use to get 10% discount on the subscription. So this is for class 9, and those who are there in class 10, so for them also the same code can be used. And in the meanwhile, you can even prepare for your class 9 as well as class 10, and you can prepare for IIT JEE or NEET Foundation, I mean NEET as well. So don't forget to mention the code there to get 10% discount on the subscription. So this is Vani YT. Alright, so introducing community, so never miss on any update from your favorite educator. Get session notes and practice material. Share your feedback directly with the educator via poll. So check out the link to the educator community below. So you can find the link in the description box. So go to the description box, click on the link and join my community. So there I can send the PDF, that is notes of this particular class, where I have added more questions. So you can just find the link in the description box and join the community there. All right, and also there is in the description box you can find the link for Bucks Bounty as well. Okay, so which is an opportunity for all learners to report any inappropriate content in the video. So be the first one to report a particular issue to claim your prize. Report any inappropriate content using the form in the description. Alright, so subscribe to our channel, that is Unacademy, ICSE and ISC boards. Click on bell icon to get notified about the session. Like and share the video with your friends and download the Unacademy Learners app. And once you download the Unacademy Learners app, all you need to do is fill in your information and start attending sessions. So that is by different educators. You need to select whether you are in class 9 or 10, class 11, 12. So that option you will be getting, and start taking up the free session. So if when you feel comfortable, so you can go for the plus classes where 100% syllabus coverage will be there. Okay, and this PDF I can send even on my Telegram, so you can join my Telegram. That is that is Vani Kari ICSE class 9 and 10 biology. The Telegram channel of Unacademy, ICSE and ISC boards you can find in the description box, so you can just find the link there as well. Okay, all right then, so see you all in the next session. Thank you everyone. Bye bye, take care.